Hey, what's going on YouTube? Adam C here. A reminder, I am on Instagram at Adam C Solo. I just wanted to do a quick update today on the Buccochromis lepturus greens and how they've settled in, now that they have settled in. Apologize in advance, my 220 isn't looking great, got a lot of algae on the glass, just haven't had a lot of time to clean it off, so apologies in advance. So these are the juvenile Buccochromis lepturus green. They settled in very well. It took probably 4 or 5 days of feeding them mysis shrimp, and then I slowly increased the percentage of pellets that I included in the mysis shrimp to get them to eat. Keep in mind, this is a wild group, meaning they've never really eaten pellets or anything necessarily, so a lot of times it takes a little bit longer for them to adapt to a tank environment. But now they're doing really well. They greet me at the tank every time, and they're eating pellets perfectly fine. I think there's 3 and 2, 3 females, 2 females, or vice versa. I'm not sure which. It doesn't matter at this point being this young. There are a couple that I'm sure are male. I can back up so you can get a better view of the tank. But I haven't tried venting them or anything like that. I do know that the one that's chasing everybody is a female for sure. So a female is running the tank right now. But anyway, 4 of them are about 5 inches. And there's one little guy around here somewhere, up in this corner, and this guy's only about 4 inches. So a lot of time to go before they start breeding or, really getting their greenish hue. Right now they mainly look silver with a little bit of blue when this guy's sort of fired up, if you can see him. But other than that, really going to be a nice looking group of fish, if I can get them to get along. So I did recently get to add the 6 to 7 inch lepturus green male to the 220. So let's go take a quick look at him also. Here is the 220. Sorry, you can see I've got some algae on the glass. Again, haven't had time to clean it. But I did have the Buccochromis lepturus male in quarantine for probably a good week. And just like the little ones, it took him a while to settle in and start eating pellets. He had to eat mysis for a few days also. But he's starting to put on some weight and do well. Like a lot of wild fish, they're generally thinner, so it takes a little bit of time to get them filled out. But here he is. For the size that these fish get, which is 1.5 feet sometimes on the big end, but well over a foot, they don't show color until they get fairly big. Sometimes even 9-10 inches. So this guy is 7 inches, probably on the high end, just getting a little bit of hint of color. But I'm really happy to have him, especially happy to have him settling in. I always worry getting wild fish, whether I can get them to eat or not. Sometimes it's a bit of a delicate balance with wild fish. Other than that, the 220 is generally doing very well. I've got the 4 Taeniolethranop in here. The male hasn't started coloring up yet, but they get 10 inches too, so he's only about 7, so he's got a ways to go. Sapphire's keeping his color. Still doing very well, even he's probably 6 or 7 years old by now. The big guy, the wild Hertes, is doing very well. He's certainly done growing. He's close to 8 inches long. There's several that I'm waiting for color, and that is my little Cyanochromis niacae. He's only about 5 inches, and my Cyanochromis samophyllus. I'm really surprised he hasn't started coloring up yet because he's fairly bold, so normally that equals getting color. But he's about 6 inches and not a lot of color yet. Sometimes he'll show me a hint of it, but that's about it. I do have this Copedochromis azurus in here that I'm probably going to sell if anyone ever wants him. He looks real nice. They're just not my favorite type of fish, to be honest with you. Throatocei, still doing great, still doing good work. You can see shells litter the ground. He's eating all the snails. And the black-orange dorsal is doing very well also. And the last guy I probably want to show you today is the lithobates, the sulphurhead xeroch. He's probably the brightest xeroch that I've ever had. I mean, his yellow is, it's almost a highlighter yellow, like I've said before. But he is probably my favorite xeroch, or really otopharynx that I've ever had. I would probably say so. So anyway guys, hope you enjoyed. and I'll see you next time.